when I saw that women over men were 3-to-1 in network marketing, I wondered if I was going to fail. When I first joined network marketing and had it presented to me, I fell in love with the profession. The compensation plan, the ability to grow ourselves, the ability to work for ourselves, the ability to add value to other people. I was enamored with it. And yet, by far, company leaders, top income earners, by a 3-to-1 margin were women over men. Men can excel at network marketing. I am living proof of that. But men have to lose some of their characteristics and gain some of the skill sets of women. When my friend Sherry introduced me to network marketing, she had just joined a few days earlier. She didn't really know what she was doing. She just followed a little plan, presented it to me. I went to a meeting where I heard a guy present the whole plan to me of our company. And I went home that evening after hearing that hour presentation, and I remember saying two things to myself. That, yes, I'm going to buy that product because I needed that in my life for what I was after. And number two, I said to myself, someday I'm going to do network marketing. And as I reflect back on that, I realized that the reason I believed that was the gentleman who presented at this meeting was a humble guy. You could tell he wasn't full of himself like a lot of guys are with ego. And I think because of him, I joined. He is still in and one of our company leaders this day, and that was in 2006. So you can get a sense for how long I have been in network marketing and with our company. After I joined, I didn't immediately do network marketing. I wanted it for the product. In 2009, that poor economy, I was practicing as an investment advisor and a CPA. I had a little niche business going where I served entrepreneurs, high net worth people, managing their money. And the stock market nosedived twice that year, in the spring and in the fall. I had never experienced that my entire life, only being in that profession probably about a year or less. Still green under the gills. And I realized I've got to do something different. I left the area of being a CPA for some things that I didn't like, and when I got into investment advising and went through that really bad economy, I realized I don't think I want to be here either. It just didn't feel right to me. I had been in our company, like I say, February 2006 until this 2009, and I realized that I've got to do something different. Now, I had learned the comp plan right in the beginning, enrolled a few people, maybe in those 3 years, earned like $1,000. Rolling around to the fall of that year is when I made a decision, 2009, that I'm going to create a second income that was recession-proof, because what we help people with, you need it regardless of what's going on in the economy, and that thrilled me. I got with the sister of the woman that enrolled me, who was really engaged in network marketing, and I asked her, okay, what do I got to do to make this work? And I've learned some things since then, and I want to share those with you. The biggest thing that I learned is that I had to unlearn, because when I first got in network marketing in that 2006 and rolled around to 2009 and 2010, I had some success only because of the compensation plan of our program. And I went to a company meeting. It was in March of 2010, and I met our founder of our company. I met her and her husband. And I remember saying to myself, I could do it good as her. I've been around entrepreneurs. I've owned my own business. Now I'm not going to do it her way. Yet talking to him, I fell in love with him because he was a guy that was a business guy and he didn't have any ego. But I still did. And when I started network marketing, boom, failure right out of the gate. Why? Because I was doing it the wrong way. One of the biggest pieces of advice I would give any guy is you got to unlearn network marketing. And number two is it's similar to that. Learn it the right way. Who do you learn it from? People who are successful. And there's plenty of trainers in our industry. I'm teaching you right now. I now listen to our founder. Whatever she says, it's like, okay, I'm going to do that. I don't fight that anymore because they've had success and I don't need to reinvent the wheel. So that's the second thing. And the number three thing, I was with in a 5-minute conversation. This is the only time I have spoken to our number one income earner in our company. She had left another network marketing company and only 14 months with us earned $1 million. And at this event, I had the privilege of bringing people back from a break because it was a training session. There was 600-700 people in the room. I was honored by that. I still didn't know Jack. And earlier that morning, the founder of our company gave this woman like a thing of roses and recognized her for that wonderful accomplishment as fast as anybody has ever done it in our company. And I went back after the break, up on stage, bring people back, shared my story, and I could see that she was sitting on the back row, no one around her. Now, mind you, that whole morning, everywhere she went, it was like sheep was around her. Oh, Lynn, oh, and I go, I don't want to bug her. I imagine she was there at this event to learn just like we all were, but I saw her at the back of the room when no one's sitting next to her. So I came down off the stage and I sit next to her and I said, Lynn, well, the first thing she said to me was, she praised me for my story. She said, that's a wonderful story. Thank you for sharing it. And I'm going, whoa. She made some connection right up front. It's a clue. And I asked her, I said, Lynn, I know everyone is around you and people like probably bugging you. How do you do this? How do you do that? And I go, I know you're here to learn. And she said, thank you for respecting that. And I go, just give me the 5-minute executive version. She says, I can do it in less than 5 minutes. She immediately said that. It wasn't like she had to think about it. So tells me she had done that before. And she looked me in the eye and says, you're a guy. And it's my experience because she grew teams with men and women. And she said, excel at the mundane. That's the third thing I would leave you, excel at the mundane. See, guys are like, oh, we got to have it big and got to stroke that ego. I don't need to do it the little way and doing the mundane. That's why I got out of being a CPA, cranking on a tax return, all those numbers. And as an investment advisor, I had a great partner staff person that kind of handled a lot of the detailed stuff. And I was the big picture person, but network marketing, there's a lot of mundane stuff in there. Phone calls, social media. When I edit this video, that's a mundane thing that I have to do. So you have to excel at the mundane, guys. And number 4 is John Maxwell. I've gone through his training and I'm a John Maxwell certified coach. And John Maxwell, as you may know, is one of the greatest leader coaches in the world. He wrote a book, The 5 Levels of Leadership. Women naturally do these things. There are very, very few level 5 leaders in the world. Our founders are one of them, but there are magnificent level 4 leaders. I'm not even going to go to levels 1, 2, and 3. Level 4 leader. We can all aspire to that as a guy, and women do this probably naturally through their nurturing gene, taking care of children. Level 4 leaders, people will follow you for what you have done for them. Guys, oftentimes we want people to do for us. No, I'm going to do it this way, but I have learned that leadership is being a servant. It's just taking care of people's needs. And there is something that Chris Dew taught me. We can get social currency. And that's by just doing good in the world, by giving away value in the hope that it blesses somebody's life. So you got to be a level 4 leader in network marketing, guys, or if a woman's watching, is to excel. For what you do for people, people will follow you. And then the final thing, I had one of our company leaders, a gentleman, a guy, when I was at this first meeting in March of 2010, starting to earn a little bit of money, didn't know anything really. He pulled me aside because I had met with him like 3 years earlier, right when I had joined and enrolled a few people. They thought I was going to be this big leader, and I was full of myself. He pulled me aside and I asked him, his name was Lenny, what do I do? And he said to me, do the same thing that Susan Sly had told him to do. Now, Susan Sly is like one of the top professional teachers, motivators in the world. And she's a part of our company. And Susan Sly told Lenny, and then Lenny shared it with me. See, I'm getting it from the top because Lenny was one of our millionaires. Stay in on your auto shipment at least 7 years. 2010, I joined in 2006. So I'd been doing that for 3 years. Basically, by staying in 7 years, is you have to commit. This is commitment. This is where you're going to get through the rough parts. I've had a bunch of failures in network marketing. In that first 7 years, I had a ton. But I stayed in because that's exactly what Lenny told me. And those are the things, guys, if you want to excel in network marketing, that's what you do. You guys rock. You have a great day. And I'll catch you in the next video.